everybody? Welcome back to the World of Sports podcast. This is your boy John along with Eddie and Braxton. It's been a while, fellas. How we doing?
We got a lot to talk about.
Sure do, man.
Whole lot.
Yes, sir. Let's start with the NBA champions, man. We haven't been back on here since the finals have concluded, man. And the Knicks had a gentleman's sweep 4-1 over the Spurs. Me and Eddie picked the Spurs, but somebody on here got it right and picked the Knicks, man. So I'm gonna let you have the fullbacks. What you thought about the series?
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect it to go like that. I thought that, the series would be a little bit more competitive, but the Knicks showed me that they definitely are a team that, could be contending, moving forward after this, because they definitely, beat them in pretty convincing fashion, and they showed up late in games, which I thought was really good. But this series really just showed me a lot about Victor Wembanyama, and I'm not a fan, but that's y'all guys. So,
Go ahead.
Eddie?
I don't got nothing to say.
Well, if you ain't got nothing to say, let me take it, man. I just want to say, shout out to the Knicks. They proved a lot of people wrong. They definitely proved me wrong because I thought, Wemby and them had the better team. And honestly, if we're being honest, the Spurs should have won the series. They just couldn't close out games. There was a lot of times where they had games within their reach and they couldn't close out. And ultimately, the Knicks took it over with their experience, man. And shout out to Jalen Brunson. He silenced all the haters, and he got it done, man. So shout out to the Knicks for sure.
Eddie, you could at least say congratulations, man. Come on, man. You got nothing? Hey, John. I know you want to talk about the next one. John?
Well, let's do it, man. Our GOAT, man. Our GOAT. He made another big decision in terms of his career, man. He decided that he's going to leave the Lakers after 8 years, delivering a championship there, man. And he's now looking to go elsewhere with maybe the next 2 years of his career, because I ultimately believe he's going to play 25. But Eddie, where you see him going, man? Where you want to see him go?
Well, before an hour ago, I could have sworn he was going to go to Golden State, because they try to get Draymond Green declined his option and made the call and said they're trying to get AD and LeBron reunion back with the Warriors. So that's what I was set on. But the Warriors just came out and said they're not trying to shop AD and they're trying to make him play with the Wizards, which as a GM I can respect and I understand because he's a great player and they have a good team now with AJ getting drafted and then Trey Young and they got other guys there. So I wouldn't want to trade a guy like AD either, but I was all set on him and LeBron going over there with Stephen because that's a movie, and I think everybody want to see that. LeBron still, I think, is eyeing that though. But me personally, if he can't make that situation work well, it's a winning situation besides just him and Steph. Then I think he would be a great fit for my other guys, LaMelo and Ant. Just fitting in there. I think Minnesota would be a perfect fit for him. He don't got to come in and just take over. He got some help. He got shooting. And he got the guys like Ant that already been there before and have some experience and that are willing to do anything to win. So I think that's a good fit as well.
I'm not gonna lie, this was some surprising news to me because I felt like LeBron was enjoying, even though they wasn't winning as much, I felt like he was enjoying himself being in Los Angeles. And I kind of figured he would finish his career there just for how long he had been there and all the things that he had accomplished there. But this is the end of the road, and I think some of the moves that the Lakers have made recently have kind of encouraged him to feel like, okay, it's about my time to leave. And this started with the massive trade of bringing in Luka Doncic. Like, it's just not, it's not. It wasn't a move that I felt like really was a now move. I felt like it was a move to make them better in the future. And now they can move forward towards that future without LeBron James. As far as teams that I think, he could possibly go to, I've seen a lot of people online talking about, they don't want him to add another team to his legacy. But I think at this point in time, he's got a short window to try to win the championship again. And I think he just needs to go to the best situation he can go to. But he still has a lot to offer to a team. So I'm looking forward to see.
Yeah, I agree with you on that first part, Brax. I didn't think he was going to leave LA. I thought that, he was there for the rest of his career because that's what, we heard throughout the years that, he wasn't really planning on going anywhere. He was good with his family being in LA. So I thought he was just going, return back maybe on like a 1 year deal. But now that he's gone, I would like to see him in Golden State for sure. I just think the idea of him and Steph Curry playing together is something that the fans should want to see, and it's something that I think that they would love to explore doing as well. And it's probably the last option we're gonna have of seeing that. So I would love to see him going to Golden State. A lot of people on Edis Network been saying, Cleveland, which I don't really agree with, but they thinking, in terms of the East not being strong, he got a chance to win the chip on that, getting to the finals on that side, and him doing a whole farewell tour in Cleveland, closing out his career in Cleveland. But like y'all said, man, as far as him, you know, messing up his legacy and going to another team. I mean, at this point, he ain't got nothing else to prove, so he might as well just maximize these last year or two that he got left to go win a chip, man, and get it done.
I definitely agree. Another team I do think will be they go give him some slack for this, but San Antonio Spurs, I think he'll be a great fit with them as well. Coming in, him and Wemby, they already got everything over there that they need. I think they let go of De'Aaron Fox from what he just pulled on the finals against the team that won, and just that's a quick fix. So, I think him and Wemby will do some damage as well. But I do want to say that I think Laker fans should just be appreciative of what LeBron came over there and did because if LeBron would never came over there, they would never have won another championship or even been in another final. So I definitely think they need to just let them go ahead. I mean, they already came out and thanked them, so I'm not saying that they didn't, but I was just arguing with a couple of Lakers fans that just do a lot and call me the loser because I want to hold them accountable. But they need to be accountable and be grateful for what LeBron has done to the world and for them.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I'm glad he's leaving LA because I don't feel like they ever appreciated what he done.
Yeah.
So,
I have thoughts on that. I get where y'all coming from. It wasn't like he was super appreciated, but I think it's just because of the long legacy that comes with being a part of the Lakers organization. And I think that, they so used to greatness and so used to being in that spotlight that, like, they probably expected more when you think about bringing LeBron James into the building. Like, they probably didn't just think we'd only get one championship in the bubble at that in this, era of LeBron. Not taking anything away from the bubble championship. I've already took enough away from it. I'm not doing that now. But I'm just saying, you bring in LeBron James and you tell me he's been there for how long he been there? Almost like
eight
what
years.
8 years, and we only got one chip out of it. And
But
with
you
with
got to
the
think
talent
about
that
it.
we
Break it down.
good,
His first year, he was playing with rookies, and he had to get them traded and bring AD in. And I think they won that year, if I'm not mistaken, or they won the next year after that. And injuries
Mhm.
started happening, and it was just downfall from that. And then they traded, his partner for Luca, and that don't help at all. So they're moving backwards a lot in injuries, and then they blew up the team after they won as well. So that was stupid, and that was where everything went wrong in my opinion. So
yeah, they were never the same team. They never got the same pieces around him to win a championship. If I'm being honest, for majority of that stint, it was LeBron and AD doing most of the work and hoping that they could carry the team as far as they could. But
Yeah, I guess this title is actually wrong though because LeBron James is returning to the Lakers. It's just not the big LeBron James.
we
Bronny,
ain't
he's
even
still
gotta
there.
we ain't even gotta get into that. Yeah,
we do not care.
we ain't gotta get into that, man. But
Hey,
in other news, man, a former player is returning to his old team in Kawhi Leonard. I did not see this coming. I did not think that he would return to the Raptors. But here it is, man. For Brandon M. Grady Dick, I think 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and a pick swap, man. What's y'all thoughts on this trade? Do y'all like it? Kawhi is talking about he want to end his career in Toronto. Do y'all see that happening?
I do, because he kind of low key in Toronto, like kind of get that vibe, like he out the way, he on a different part of the world, well states. But I think that just gives him that illusion of just being away and just being him, because that's his personality. He out the way, he just come there and just do his job when he healthy. So, and he when he healthy, he is one of the best. But that's the biggest question is his health. So, um, yeah, I'm not. I'm okay with it. I didn't expect it, especially because he asked for everything. But I do think this has something to do with everything with Bomber and him coming up with all that the stuff, the situation with him paying Kawhi on the table, and they coming out to the public like probably a year ago. So I just think that whole situation in the back of this in his mind, he like, yeah, he ready to get out of here. So I think that definitely fast forwarded to this and I don't think they are in a winning situation. But they have a chance because they got Kawhi if healthy. But it's a big if. But I think it's too much though. For what Kawhi is at this stage, I think it's way too much.
I love the move of Kawhi Leonard going back to Toronto only because I felt like, to me, that was when I felt like he was at his best, like when he was carrying the team. And, even though it's not the same team that it was, it's it still got good pieces over there in Toronto. I think they could definitely do some things over there because if you look at it, they took Cleveland to 7 games, and maybe they would have fared a little bit better than Cleveland, going forward, if they had a Kawhi Leonard. So I think Kawhi Leonard definitely realized, all right, I tried to do my whole thing going back home and stuff like that, but it just didn't work out. And I think his talent, it fits well with Toronto and what they have over there. And the fact that they got a chance to keep all the pieces pretty much besides Brandon Ingram and Grady Dick, I think, they should still be formidable in my opinion. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. And man, back in the East too, that's another big thing. You don't got to worry about those Western Conference juggernauts. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him and Scotty play together because I think that they're both good defenders. At the forward position. But I feel like Eddie said, man, like I feel like the whole thing with Ballmer and him paying him under the table, this kind of what kickstarted it. And then they didn't really talk about Kawhi getting an extension and stuff like that. So I kind of felt like, that's probably what orchestrated this trade. But if I'm being honest, I heard rumblings about Kawhi maybe returning to a former team in the past week or so, and they just said former team. They didn't say what team. I was thinking the Spurs, but then now that they're saying the Raptors, I'm kind of intrigued by the situation. Like Brack said, they're back in the East. You don't have to go through the West no more, and I'm just interested to see what they're gonna do to build around them. But I like this move for the Raptors for sure because when Kawhi is healthy, he's one of the best players in the game.
I think Kawhi wouldn't have had a problem going back to the Spurs if they wouldn't have messed up his like that injury situation he had where they had him playing and he really shouldn't have been playing. I think he would have been okay with it, but and I would have probably liked that fit maybe better than Toronto. But I think Toronto is still a good thing, and the vibes there. It should be good for him being a champion coming back.
Yeah. Another big trade, man. The trade's just been rolling in, bro. Giannis to the Heat. We talked about this at nauseum for a long time, man. And it finally got done. Giannis going to the Miami Heat for Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez, Khalil Webb, and some picks. It was a lot, in my opinion, for Giannis. What's y'all thoughts, man, on this trade? Do y'all think the Heat will build a contender around Giannis to probably make some noise in the East?
It definitely was a lot. I don't think this move is for this year. I just think they wanted to get Giannis over there, and then from now on, then that's what they build. But I don't think as of now they don't got no bench at all. They don't got no they got probably like one or two guys. I tried to help them out, but the guys they ain't think I was little particular. They was very particular of Andrew Wiggins and Norman Powell. They don't have no. They lost faith in them. I still think they can get a bucket, but they don't think it's enough to compete. Um, but I don't think they're a contender. But they'll be competitive with Giannis and Bam. But they need a lot more to for a ring.
Hmm. That's interesting thoughts there. First thing I thought of was I think you're gonna have a hard time saying that there's a better front court in the NBA right now other than Giannis and Bam. I mean, that's pretty good as far as like having two premier guys like pretty much in that paint area handling things and holding it down. They both defend well and they both know how to get a bucket. I mean, we know what Giannis can do as far as scoring and Bam, Wilt, Bam, Kobe. So you know what I'm saying? It's just we know what he can do. So so I think it'll be a good fit. I definitely think they're gonna need somebody in the a guard position to really step up. Either that be maybe with some of the players they have there now, or probably going to get somebody. It's early free agency started, probably has started right now. I think so it's definitely going to be important for them to build out that roster. But other than that, I like the move, and I like Miami. I like Miami for Giannis more than anything. Giannis is a big name star, and I feel like him being in an environment and a location such as Miami with such buzz and fanfare, I think that's good for his brand.
Yeah, I like
The-
that for him as well. I feel like Eddie said, I feel like they're a year away. Just looking at their roster right now, I don't feel like they have enough around him to go compete for a championship. But I do like the pairing with him and Bam. Eddie talked about Andrew Wiggins. He resigned on this deal. He resigned a new deal. But as far as Norman Powell goes, I've heard that they don't have enough money to give Norman Powell. What he gonna command on the market. So I don't think Norman Powell gonna be there in terms of next season. But I just think that they definitely need shooters around him. Like they're gonna definitely need shooters around him because Giannis gonna garner a lot of attention. So they're gonna have to have somebody that they can kick the ball out to when Giannis is in trouble. And I think that they drafted a shooter in the draft, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember who it was, but I think they got him a shooter in the draft because I remember thinking that when they drafted him. But yeah, man, like Brack said, I just like this move for Giannis's brand, and I like this move for the Bucks too because they got a lot back in return in terms of young star talent, and they're trying to rebuild and stuff like that. So I like it.
Now, hold on. Didn't and I also think the Heat got Bobby Portis as well, right?
Yeah, they did.
yeah, it did. But I just think about like my head starts thinking when I'm thinking about Giannis in Miami, like the Greek freak in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man, it's just a perfect match.
It
Just a
is.
perfect match.
I thought he was going to Boston though. He was out of Boston and
We know I'm right. Lying on
You said
shot.
what?
No
Boston.
shot.
Yeah, well, hey. We gonna talk about that later. We gonna talk about that later. But
Hey, don't blame me. Like I said, don't blame me.
Man, the next trade, man. John Morant going to Portland. Team up with Dame Lillard, Scoot Henderson, Drew Holiday, all those guards over there, man. And Memphis got Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray in return. Eddie, what you think about this trade? You like it, bro?
I really like it, and they don't like it. I really like this trade because they don't understand. They're not looking at it from the wide point of view, man. You just got so at the two, you got Dame. At the one, true point guard, you got Ja. At the three, you got Shaden Sharp. At the four, you got Denny. And at the five, you got Klingon. On the bench, you got Scoop, Toma Caminaro. You got who was it? Robert Williams, and one more. Drew Holiday. So you got depth, and you got your starting five, but they already had a little bit of experience this year. Danny Avdi put on the show. I don't know where that came from, but hey, he hooping. And now you got Ja. We forgot who Ja was, man. Ja was one of the top 3 point guards at the time, jumping out the gym. And he had off the court issues, which brought him down what he is right now. But you telling me he got traded for one player, and that player being Jeremy Grant and Murray? This is horrible. If I'm Ja, it's only he put himself in this business, so he can't blame nobody but himself. But that, like, if this what we getting out of superstars 3 years ago, this was a steal, bro. They got a steal. That's what it is.
see, when I look at this, I'm looking at those two players right there, and it's really just telling of how much there's been a fall from grace when it comes to Ja Morant. Like, if you said this trade, Ja traded to Portland maybe like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, you would think it'd be a boatload of first round picks and a whole bunch of other stuff. But as I've talked about on this podcast, I think multiple times by now, at this point, there is no value for a player like John Morant, and it's only because of the things that he's done for himself. Like, as far, and I'm not gonna go on a tangent about that. I'm just talking about the fit for Portland. I think if you're Portland, you got a boatload of guards. Like with adding Ja into the mix, I think you probably got to package some of those guys to maybe get a bigger name guy in there. And I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later as well. But as far if they did decide to keep all those players, I think you still be good because you kind of have a situation kind of like you don't have the big that the Spurs have, but you do have a situation where you got a bunch of guards that can actually score and make plays. So I think that'd be good for them too. But I don't think it puts them any further in the West. Maybe like they was a playoff team this year, but they lost in the first round. I think maybe you win a playoff round, and then that's about it. I don't think no further than that with this deal. Maybe 2 rounds because you got Dame back, but that's about it for me.
Eddie, my pops used to I always tell me, bro, if it was a fifth, we all be drunk.
What if I said
And that's what we we're hoping on. If John Morant can get back to what he was, and I love John Morant. I hope he can get back to what he was, but we dealing with ifs right now. So that's why you see he got traded for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray because his value just his value wasn't high. He didn't really play well last season. He been hurt a lot. He been having off the court issues. So that's why we got the trade that we got. But as in terms of Portland, I just don't like the basketball fit. I mean, you got all these guards over there. I'm thinking in the back of my mind, it's got to be another trade going down to get one of these guards out of there because I just don't see them having four guards on a roster of 15 people. Like I just don't see that happening because you got to replace a power forward and Jeremy Grant as well. So it's I don't know. I don't know how I like this fit for Portland, man. Because I don't understand what they're doing with all these guards. But if Ja can return to form like he was, and become like a Robin to Dane's Batman, I think that the Blazers, like Brack said, could maybe win a playoff series. But that's as far as I see them go right now. I think they need at least I won't say another star to get them over the hump, but they got to have like another decent player to add to that starting five. If you're losing a player like Jeremy Grant, who was a decent player.
they don't need an? I don't think they need a star, bro, or another person in the five. But they got Klinger at the five. You got Shaden Sharp at the three. You got Denny Abdi at the four.
Bro. Shaden Sharp, bro.
What?
Shaden Sharp ain't gonna play the three because they got Abdi. Abdi gonna either play the three or the four. So you're gonna need somebody.
I'm saying he's playing the four. He's playing the four.
Shaden Sharp is not a starter in this league, bro.
Why not? He athletic and he three of these.
But has he ain't started his whole career? Why you gonna?
It don't matter. It's time to step up.
No, I don't see it. I don't see it, bro. I think they need another starter, bro.
Well, you got guys on the market that they can go get that can be a starter in John's eyes. And it ain't gonna be Jalen Brown, Braxton. There is it.
Hey, we gonna talk about Jalen Brown.
You not with him, not with the Portland trade play. That's it. They are all in on job. So get that out your head, bro. And it ain't gonna be Jalen Brown if they do package him.
Okay. I think I want to introduce this next topic. So we got some big news this earlier last week. This is a trade that I think probably nobody saw coming, but it happened. LaMelo Ball is now a member of the Minnesota Timberwolves, along with Anthony Edwards. And you know, man, what can we say about this trade right here, man? It's just a big move. And I want to hear our resident LaMelo Ball fan. Want to hear his thoughts first. So, Eddie, what's your thoughts on this?
Melo Ball, I think everybody should know that's one of my favorite players, one of my YNs, along with another fellow YN on the same team, Ant. So both of my YNs on the same team now. It don't mean one thing. It don't mean one thing, bro. It's gonna be entertainment and it's gonna be hella hoops. Now off the court, they might get in a little debacles, be in the news a lot, but it's gonna have everybody attention. This is easy. This is the easiest look at the best and entertaining backcourt, backcourt that we had in a long time. That could be the best 1-2 punch we've seen ever if they do it right. This because the way that they play styles are and how entertaining they are. So I can't wait, man. I'm honestly happy that this happened because I feel like the Hornets after they did that, this is the dumbest move in NBA history. This is worse than the Anthony Davis and Luka trade, in my opinion. You trade after they had a historic run at the second half of the season. You traded your best player, who brought that lifestyle and brought that energy to this team, and had everybody close knit. He made Con Knipple what he was this season by giving him open shots and good looks at the rim. Con is not a playmaker. He can't make his own shots. He's a catch and shoot guy. Without Melo, he don't have any of that success. Miles Bridges, I say he was gone because him and Melo like this. So as soon as Melo was out of there, the next day they got the news that Miles Bridges was gone. And I somehow think he gonna end up on the Hornets, on the Wolves. But as of now, I'm so happy. I'm so excited to see LaMelo in that play. And I can't wait till LeBron joins. Yeah.
John, what's your thoughts?
I think that this is a good trade if LaMelo can stay healthy, like we talked about with Kawhi Leonard. because over the past few seasons, he hasn't really proved that he can play a, in a good amount of games. Besides last year was probably his healthiest season to date, and we seen that what he can do. But as far as the Wolves go, man, I understand the urgency of trying to get Ant another star because he was dealing with so many double teams, and Julius Randle wasn't the answer. I just hate the fact that they had to give up Nas Reed in the process because I feel like Nas was a good piece to their puzzle, especially coming off the bench, and he would have been a great starter for them, I think, as well because of them moving on from Julius Randle. So I just hate the fact that they had to give up Nas in the process. I would love to see them go out and add a power forward to fill that hole, but they don't necessarily have to because I think Jay McDaniels can hold his own on defense as well. But I would love to see them go do that. And as far as Charlotte goes, man, to me it just looks like they look like they want to start from the ground up again. I don't know why after you just had your best season and your team was relatively young, but now it's looking like they want to build around Conker Nipple. We're gonna see how that goes. We're gonna see how that goes. Like Eddie said, he ain't really the type of person that can get you a ball. I mean, get you a bucket off the dribble. Create his own shot. So, like I said, we're gonna see how that goes, man. But it's gonna be interesting to see who wins this trade in the long run.
I know who won, bro. This was the dumbest decision ever, bro. Like, somebody on Twitter said they just trying to they're trying to have an all white team. They say Brandon Miller next. They said they want to build around Con. They said they had to get all the negature out of there. So hey, if they had to do that, LaMelo was the first option to go. But I'm
Well,
happy to see it.
okay, maybe I'm out on a limb, but I don't think that they move back that far just because the Melo Ball isn't there. Now Miles Bridges leaving, that's a blowout in my opinion that I feel like you probably didn't want to happen. But with that said, I think personally, I'm gonna talk about the Timberwolves first. I think my biggest concerns with them are defensively now. You got a bunch of you traded away Nas Reed that gave you defense, and then now you got two guards. LaMelo is not the best defender, but maybe he can, give some effort now that he see uh Anthony Edwards alongside of him also playing defense. But that's going to be my biggest thing. Can they guard on a night to night basis? And if they can do that, we know they can put up points. But can they do anything other than that? Can they defend and have the energy to play defense? Rudy Gobert is going to have to show why he's multi-time defensive player of the year. Like that, it's going to be important for him to step up because you're going to have to. You're going to have to fill in some of the gaps when LaMelo is not defending his man the way that he needs to. So and that's gonna happen. I mean, we've seen it in Charlotte already. So other than that, other than that,
That
Charlotte,
hold on, bro. Let me stop
go
you, bro.
ahead, go ahead, go
That's,
ahead.
that's another one of your horrible takes, bro. You got Jaden McDaniels, Rudy Gobert, and then you probably gonna have Io. All of them can get the stops. LaMelo 6'8". All you gotta do is do his wingspan. He can get deflection. We seen LaMelo sit down and play defense. It's just about his mentality and want to play defense. So we're not gonna act like he's just a cone. He's not a cone, bro. And on Charlotte, can you tell me Colin Knipple was a defender? Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, they're not none of them are known defenders on that team. They're just offense. And the offense won them the games. So that is a horrible take, in my opinion.
I'm not sitting here saying Charlotte had a great defense. I'm just saying from the Timberwolves perspective, I felt like you had a pretty good defense in the players that they had there. I mean, like I just think personally they got small, and I don't think that they're gonna be able to compete with some of the bigger teams in the West. That's
Like
my
who?
main concern.
Like
Bro,
who?
you're not gonna be OKC with that roster, in my opinion. You're not gonna be San
They match
Antonio
up
with that
well with
roster.
OKC.
What?
They match up well with OKC right now.
The Timberwolves.
Yes. Jaden McDaniels and in the middle, they can all switch. And Ayo and Terrence Shannon, they can all switch on Shea, Dub, and who else? Who else they
Okay.
got? Chet. Who about Chet?
Who gonna guard Chet? Jaden
Gobert,
McDaniels?
Gobert, and McDaniels. Yes.
Okay.
Do
I
you see a
mean,
problem?
it's we can
You see a problem in that offense and versus defense with the OKC?
John.
Say that again.
Johnson.
I was zoned out. What you
I'm
said?
saying from what you see on the Minnesota roster right now, do you think they're gonna have problems guarding SGA and J Dub and Chet? What do you think? It's pretty even.
Um, Garden wise,
Yeah,
no, but I think Oklahoma City has the edge when they go to the depth. Oklahoma City
they
got,
losing depth though.
but
They
they
did.
yeah they did well. Wiggins and Isaiah Joe, but
And
they
Casey
didn't play that much
Wallace,
anyway though. They
Casey
didn't play that much
Wallace,
anyway, huh?
Isaiah Joe, he played a lot of regulars and not playoffs, but Casey Wallace, he already said he trying to they shot he looking to leave. Who was the guy? Jalen Williams, he on and off. I wouldn't count on him. Lou Dort, they picked up his option, but he not a game stopper anymore. I don't know what happened. Especially he used to be like that, but I don't know what happened. But we can move on.
Only time will
Yeah.
tell.
Right. Next thing, we have some other notable offseason signings. These aren't all of them, but these are some notable ones that we want to talk about. Austin Reeves re-signed to the Los Angeles Lakers. This is more important now that we know the news that we know today with LeBron James leaving. Kobe White, he re-signed in Charlotte. That's a big signing considering LaMelo gone. Andrew Wiggins re-signing with the Heat. I think that's a big move for them because Miami definitely will need some, depth as far as their forwards. And Kristaps Porzingis signing with the Warriors, so that also kind of, implies or maybe doesn't imply some things when it comes to potential landing spots for LeBron. What do y'all think about some signings so far?
I'm gonna keep it a bean. I don't care nothing about the Lakers no more. I don't follow them on all social media. I don't care nothing about them no more. Kobe White, Charlotte had to get that done because of the trade with LaMelo. Andrew Wiggins, that's a good piece for the Heat to keep around with Giannis. And Kristaps, I didn't really understand this one because he didn't really do much in a Warriors uniform last year. So I'm trying to figure out where where do they feel like he's valuable to the team. Um, but I guess they had already understood that Washington wasn't trying to trade AD, so Kristaps was kind of the backup plan. So I get it from that aspect. But yeah, man, we gonna see what happens, man. Free agency opened up about 30 minutes ago, so we're gonna see where it goes from there. But that's just my thoughts on them signings right there.
As far as what John said, I don't support the Lakers anymore at all. I think I didn't know follow them yet, but I never followed the Lakers. I don't think I just follow LeBron and a couple of my guys. Now I do have a player that's still over there that I like a lot, and Austin Reeves, Brack's favorite guy. So I still want to see my boy do good and score his 30 balls on the Rockets every time, which I know he will. But yeah, I definitely want to see Austin Reeves do good. I don't care nothing about Luca. I was never a fan of the trade. Um, yeah, I don't care about the Lakers. But everything else, y'all agree with you. Besides Porzingis, I think Porzingis he showed glimpses of what he was throughout the season. Like he can win you a game in the playoffs. He's about healthy. He got to stay healthy. But I still think him, LeBron. I don't know if LeBron will play with him, but I don't know. Let's see. But I think we'll have a bigger name either late tonight or in the morning. So I'm excited to see more moves that's coming, especially around Jalen Brown and guys like Rui Hachimura, those type of guys, the role guys. You have a problem with that, Brett? With Rui, playoff Rui?
No, no, I have no problem with that. But maybe the fans could finally see, what I deal with, man. No loyalty here. These guys, as soon as one man leaves, they're done.
Loyal to LeBron, man.
Yeah, you're right. I came in with LeBron. I'm leaving with LeBron.
No homo. I'm loyal to LeBron.
Wherever he go, that's who I am.
Yeah.
Ain't no riding. That's nothing. That's just support. I support my favorite player. I don't care if you call it riding. I don't care if you call it fake or bandwagon. I don't care. I'm with you.
Eddie. Preach, Eddie. Preach
That's
to the
my
choir,
team.
Eddie.
My team. I don't have one team. Now I do. As coming from Houston, I do not root for the Rockets, but I want to see them do good for the city. That's it.
Preach
No
to the
way.
choir, Eddie. Preach to the choir.
Yeah, that's good.
Follow
All
your
right,
daddy
all right.
footsteps, man.
All right. All right.
Oh my God. All right. Well, let's talk about something else. There's no loyalty in this situation because I feel like Jalen Brown is going to be traded soon, and the Celtics was already thinking about moving him when they saw Giannis coming up in the situation. So, what y'all think about Jalen Brown's trade rumors?
Um, I honestly don't know where I think he can go at this point in time because every big star has got traded. So who you gonna exchange for Jalen Brown to get back to add to your team that's gonna make your team better than what it is right now? If you're the Celtics, I don't see nobody out there right now that moves the needle for the Celtics in terms of trading Jalen Brown. So I don't really know what to think about this situation. Me personally, I think he's gonna end up staying in Boston, but that's just me. What you think, Eddie?
I was thinking too, but I didn't. I forgot about the trade destination. I do think he always say he want to go back home. So Atlanta, they do got some guys over there that are like that, but I don't think they would come off. I'm just trying to think who was untouchable over there that they Jalen Johnson. I think he the only untouchable. I think anybody else there would be on the table.
But he don't. Do you feel like he moves the needle for Boston if they're giving away him? Then that's putting more load on Tatum to have to.
But that's what they want because Jalen Brown here, he don't want to be there, bro. Once he heard his name in the rumblings, there he feel like they already trade him. So I just think that's where he is now, and it's no loyalty. Like I said, it's a business, so he understands it. So he owes them no loyalty, even though he should never been in talks because he was a Finals MVP, not Jason Tatum, and he got you one of the best seasons you had when Jason Tatum was hurt. So I don't understand it from that point of view. I know Brack's happy about this, but I'm not shitting on Jason Tatum because I love Jason Tatum. He's I personally I think Jalen Brown is they won A1B, so I don't want to say who's better. So I wouldn't trade either one of them if I'm GM, but I understand where Jalen Brown is coming from. He's want to be on his own team too, so I can either see him there or sadly in Houston, but I don't think Houston has enough to offer in return.
I think it was kind of disrespectful for them to put Jalen Brown in trade rumors, just considering like this is what you do to thank a man. Like this dude was carrying your team while your quote unquote biggest star wasn't even available to play. And this is what you do. You go and say, "Oh, you know what? We're gonna go try to get Giannis and pair him with Jason Tatum." Like, bro, that showed me a lot about the Celtics organization, and I don't appreciate that at all. But I think Jalen Brown could definitely go to another team. He showed this year that he has more than what it takes to be a star player and lead a team to a good and higher heights. He didn't have the greatest game 7 in that series that they had against Philly, but I think he definitely will be looking to come back and try to do better. And I think, bro, this was just ultimate disrespect from the Boston Celtics organization. Your finals MVP, your one of your best players, and this is how you treat him, bro. I didn't appreciate it, but I just had to get that off, bro.
I'm with you.
I feel you. Hey man, we got our first free agent signer. Tim Hardaway has signed with the Miami Heat. That's the
Mhm.
add more shooting, bro. Add more shooting. I just said that.
Hey,
Yeah, John. When we said like keep all your
I
phone.
don't know if you're gonna see no big star. Ain't nobody. The big star is getting traded. Ain't nobody getting signed to no team, but
I
you
get.
about to be
hey,
role player. I promise you, all you gonna see is role player. So get ready.
I wait and see
hey,
Rui
man.
Hachimura go.
Who?
Rui.
That's not a big player.
Yes, he is. A big
So
role.
who Rui Hachimura is? If you
I
pull 100 people, how many people gonna say they know who Rui
know
Hachimura?
who Rui is. I know who Rui. Then Lakers, they definitely know now because he came with LeBron and playoff Rui.
Not nine basketball fans ain't gonna know who Rui Hachimura is.
I guess.
Hey man, shout out John for keeping us up to speed on the latest signings, bro.
Hey, at
Appreciate
least
it,
you
man. Hey,
appreciate it, bro. At least you appreciate it.
come on,
Some
man. I
people just
appreciate it.
don't appreciate it, you know.
I thought we was gonna break the news. My fault.
It's breaking.
With the first pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Washington Wizards select Anise Debansa Jr.
Feel like a new me. A new star is born. It's my movie.
Basically my whole life in a couple seconds. I'm calling this home now, so I'm super excited.
Feel like I'm chose. Must be my time, I suppose. Pressure way to turn, but now it's all off and I'm having fun.
I have no words.
This could be the new beginning.
Moving on, man. We did have a big 2 nights in the NBA. It was the NBA draft, man. Let's look at it, man. Number one, we got AJ DeBansa, and number two, we got Darren Peterson, man. I'm gonna round up the top five. At number three, we had Cam Boozer. At number four, we had Caleb Wilson, and at number five, we had Keaton Wagler. Man, what did y'all think about the draft so far, or not so far, the draft as a whole, and some of the players that were picked in their locations?
Definitely some good players that were picked here. Some great players. I think this was one of the better drafts that they had in a while. The top four was pretty much chalk. Everybody thought it was gonna go that way. But I think the Sacramento Kings got the steal of the draft and Darius Acuff because I think Acuff to me is the I ain't gonna say he is the best player, but he's definitely the best scorer in this draft. Like he can get a bucket at anytime you want to get a bucket. So I think that they got a steal in this draft. As far as a team that I think did well, let me see. Especially in the first round, I think
The Warriors,
yeah, the Warriors got a good pick with Yaxel.
OKC.
Yeah, OKC had a good draft as well. I'm trying to see anybody else that had two
The
picks.
Spurs did good.
Yeah, I like the Spurs. They got some more depth behind Wemby that they desperately needed because Luke Garnett did not have a good outing in the finals, so I like that. And but yeah, man, it was a great draft, bro. Good players.
I like Philly pick too. LeBaron Fallon. That was one of my guys too. I was watching all year.
Well, let me ask you this because I seen a lot of people saying why are they Philly go get another guard when they already got Maxi and VJ? Like, do you see a role for LeBaron in Philly?
Off the bench, he's not gonna start, but off the bench they need scoring because when Embiid when he doesn't play, it's a lot on Tyrese Maxey. So when he goes to the bench, they need some help because he usually has to play 40 plus minutes. When Embiid doesn't play, then Caleb Oubre he's not always on. Paul George, he has some issues staying on the court. And BJ, he's not known for him scoring. He's athletic, but he has them bursts where he had 30 points and then had 7 the next night. So they need some consistency off the bench, and I think that's what LeBaron does.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with all those guards. But I think he would definitely be a nice addition to the 76ers. Um, I think the thing that interests me the most was Kingston Flemings going to the Atlanta Hawks. I feel like that was a good, pickup for them, considering that, you know, if they don't get any more, if they don't do any more trades throughout the rest of the offseason, I feel like they got enough pieces to really like, make moves or as far as like playoff pushes and stuff. Like they already was they put the Knicks, they had the most wins against the Knicks. The Knicks only lost 2 or 3 games in the playoffs, and 2 of them came from Atlanta. So that shows you on the right track. And adding a player like him who plays defense, if you're in Kelvin Sampson team, you're gonna have to play defense, and he definitely gonna add that to them too. So
I
I
think
think
they
that'd be a
small
nice.
though over there. Like they don't got no true bigs over there. They got Big O, and then that's it.
Oh boy, out of North Carolina in the second round, Basar.
He don't move the dirt for me neither.
He don't move the needle, but he gonna help with size and
Yeah,
rebound.
I
I
don't
do
remember
think.
if I
Go
I don't
ahead.
remember if I seen it or not. Are they bringing back Kaminga?
They
Uh,
did not. They didn't resign him. Well, he opted
Let's
out
see.
something, so he's still on the market.
Yeah,
I
I
think
thought
I
we
think
was
I
gonna
think they'll
get.
resign though. That's because he was hooping over there. I was there from him. They just resigned
Yeah,
CJ. So
yeah.
yeah.
It was a pretty good draft. I mean, it wasn't really much surprises, but pretty good draft all in all, I would say.
yes, sir.
But moving on, man. Big day today, man. It was a comeback of the ages. Just didn't go how we wanted it. Serena Williams returns to Wimbledon. First tennis singles match in 4 years, but she unfortunately lost to Maya Joint. What was y'all reaction to this, man?
Bryce, was you watched the whole match?
I
Or you
did.
just
I
watched
did.
bits and pieces? All right. I know you said you were going to the store at one point. I didn't know you. But man, honestly, I feel like she exceeded my expectations. I didn't expect her to come out and look as good as she did, especially being 4 years away from the game. That's a long time to be away from a professional sport and come back and at least she had her chances to win, bro. She made errors, and I think she exceeded my expectations because 4 years is a lot of time to stay away from a game and then try to come back and compete at a higher level. But like I said, she had her chances. She won the second set. But I think she just ran out of gas at the end. She just looked tired, and I think she expended a lot of energy in that second set to try to keep her head above water. And when it got to that third set, she just she ran out of gas. But man, I was happy to see her back out there. The game missed her. The game deserves to see her because she's the GOAT, bro. And I just hope that we see her again in New York for the U.S. Open because I think that's gonna be a good thing for the game as well. I don't think she came back after 4 years to have a one and done situation. I just say that because I know how Eddie's looking. I don't think that she came back for a one and done situation.
I'm gonna go a different route on this one. First off, I want to say I was very disappointed in Serena. She came back. We want to see how black women succeed. She is a GOAT. But I think that sometimes once you retire, I think we should stay retired. Just because like instances like this, like everybody not gonna have a Tom Brady situation. Michael Jordan, he retired, he quit, came back. I don't think that's for everybody. So I think moving forward, we should use that as an example that once you retire, I think we should stay retired and just move it on to the next generation and just like you can be around. We want to see you, of course, because you're the GOAT, you paved the way, you did everything that was needed for the sport. We want to honor you, of course, but I don't think because I think she messes up her not her legacy, but I just think people don't look at her at the same after losing to Maya. I'm gonna give her props because Maya joined even after she had 10 straight losses. She came out there and played like she was on 10 winning streak. So we saw glimpses, but I think it hurt her a little bit because we didn't see the Serena that we all know and love and grew up watching. So I was expecting more. I thought she was gonna win. I thought she was gonna pull it out, but it's just a point. Like John said, I saw when she ran the gas, but I will say that the her energy was missed and her presence was felt regardless. And the fans they erupted every time she was in position to win or they were just trying to give us energy, and they did. But I just think I don't think she should come back out there again. I think she should be there. I don't think we should see her again.
But I don't think this hurts her legacy because I don't think.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying how the fans look at it now. I don't think she want. We want to see her hurt it. But if she keeps losing, like I don't want to see her go out like that.
I mean, I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna hold this too much against her because she obviously was rusty to begin because she took 4 years off. It's hard to you can have all the practice, like they said on the TV, you can have all the practice rounds you want, but taking 4 years off from the game. It's hard to emulate, game action. So I ain't gonna hold this against her, and I don't think that anybody thought she was gonna go and win this tournament. They just was happy to see her back out there because she entered her name into the protocol in November, and people started to wonder were they going to see her play singles again. And if I'm not mistaken, she wasn't even supposed to play in Wimbledon. She got offered the last wild card spot, and she was like, "Well, why not? Why would I wait? I should just go ahead and see what I got." She really was going to play at the Open, so I hope she continues that. I want to see her at least one more time at the Open because that's what she wanted to do. So, yeah. What you think, Greg?
I think from Eddie's perspective, I think it's kind of harsh in a sense, and it's not like I feel like you're being mean or anything. I just think from the standpoint of the performance that she put up, she forced a third set of games, or I think it's either third game or third set. I don't know how you say it, but she forced a third one. And I think that's a pretty good, feat for somebody who's been away from the game for 4 years to come back and force that. Like, and it's not like she didn't win one, she won one, so they were even, and the other girl just, had enough energy to win at the end.
She
I
lost.
think she lost. Yeah, it hurts legacies, but I mean, that's kind of hypocritical of you to say as a LeBron fan who like
retired him. He didn't retire. He ain't take a break and come back. I'm just saying it's hard to do.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, bro, these players, if they have what it takes, hey, if they want to keep playing as long as they want to keep playing, they can play. That's my thought. That's just my opinion.
Everybody not Tom Brady, bro.
We're not asking her to be Tom Brady, though. We're not asking her to come.
We expected it, though. If she came back, we expect her to win.
She said she's not worrying about chasing, championships anymore. She's just trying to go out there and have fun and be happy. Like, we're not asking her to be Tom Brady and come back and win this and be the most dominant player on the court. We know that's not her anymore. We just want to see Serena on the court.
And now she keep losing.
Well, this her first match. You act like she lost 10 matches in a row. Like
I want to get to that point.
After 4.5 years, bro.
Because look, she all right. She go to New York. She lose that one. Then all right, she come back next year. She lose that one. Then she go to Open again. She lose that one.
Well,
Like,
we living in hypotheticals at that point. We can only go off of what just happened, bro.
I know how the media get, bro, and I'm just trying to avoid that situation.
We just going off of hypotheticals at that point. At that point, bro. We got to go off what happened today. She came back after 4 years and forced a 3-set match. Somebody that was, but she faced somebody that was 24 years younger.
So we giving out participation grades now.
No, we not.
She just not there.
No, we not. But like I said, nobody expected her to win this tournament. You acting like people thought she was gonna come in and dominate this.
I expected her to win.
Your expectation was too high because nobody.
Did it go? I'm supposed to have high expectations. Am I not?
Not after 4.5. I don't care who he is. Tom Brady could take off 4.5 years. Now
Tom Brady came back and won.
Okay, after 1 year, he took off 1 year. If that, he didn't take off 4.5 years. If Tom Brady took off 4.5 years, you would not expect Tom Brady to come back and win the Super Bowl or be the Tom Brady that he was.
Yes, I would. It's Tom Brady.
Stop it, bro. But he wouldn't. I promise you, he wouldn't be that same player. I promise.
I guess we'll never know.
I'm just saying, if you gonna push a player who's in their 20s and you 44, you still got something. That's my thought.
We saying we all know what Serena would have did if she was in her 20s, right? To this girl, Maya Jones, she wouldn't have made it to the third set. But I'm saying we basing that to what she did today.
Bro, she's 44, took 4 years off, bro. Had a child in the process and still came back and pushed a girl that was 20 years younger than her to 3 sets, bro.
Good story.
Damn. Hey, man, don't let your ass get old. How about that, then? When you get old and you doing what you want to do, people just gonna say, "Well, you old. You need to move out the way."
I get from the media point. They want to see it come back so they can make this big old hoorah of it, and then boom. If she lose, they don't care no more. She was supposed to win, bro. She was supposed to win so they can just make everything because they have stuff ready for her if she would have won this game. I guarantee. And
sure.
They have stuff ready to show, but they had it. You know how to run down beat breaks from everything. You just go turn red. They had to do lost, bro.
But see, that's where I'm with John. Y'all expectations is wrong. He just said she just took this match. She wasn't even really supposed to be. This wasn't even one that she was trying to come back to play. So if she just took it, that mean that, hey man, you know what? Shoot, if I got it, man, let me see what I got. If I don't, hey, who cares? I'm Serena Williams. Serena Williams.
Get to go, right?
Yeah. So whatever happens now, she's in that fun phase of her career.
Exactly.
She knows
she didn't do what she had to do already.
Understandable, but I'm saying, you think as a competitor, she want to win?
Of course, she wanted to win, but we're not gonna hold that. We're not gonna hold this.
I'm not saying I'm holding it against her. I'm not holding. She not the GOAT no more because she lost. No, I'm not saying that, bro. I'm just saying, as the GOAT, you gotta know when to sit back and just let the new generation have it. Go. If your daughter want to play tennis, go here. This time to go coach her. Go show them. What's the girl? Naomi Osaka. Go show her. The other black women in our profession.
I ain't gonna never blame. I'm not gonna never hold it against somebody that wanted to go out and do it.
I ain't holding over.
That's exactly what you say. You saying she should have stayed home and go do and be with her family. If she want to go out,
I said she still need to be around. That's what I said, but just not on the court.
If she want to go out and play tennis and she feel like that's what she want to do, she a grown ass woman. She can go do it.
She do whatever she want to do. But I'm just saying, as the fan point of view,
I'm not gonna be mad at her if she want to go out and play tennis. That's her right to do so. If that's what she wants.
You say from a fan point of view, I think the fans enjoy watching and having Serena back.
We did, but me and John, we were stressing because we wanted her to win. Yes or no, John? You want to see her win? Yes or no?
I wanted my bet to hit, and it did. So I mean, hey.
Did you want to see her win? Yes or no, John?
Yeah, I definitely did want to see her win, but I'm not mad that she didn't win. I'm not mad that she didn't win.
What we doing?
Because I'm not mad that she didn't win though, because she put up a great effort after being away
for 4.5 years, bro. Effort. I'm tired of hearing effort, bro. You go give effort if you're on the court, bro. They're professional. That's their job. They go have effort.
She pushed I ain't gonna say it no more. She pushed a tennis player that's 24 years younger than her to 3 sets, bro.
All right, bro.
If she would have went out there and stunk the bed, then I would have said, oh, okay,
Right.
you know, she didn't, bro. She had a chance to win.
See, he's talking about some right. So if she get her ass whooped in the U.S. Open, then what?
Okay, but she didn't get her ass whooped here. She didn't get her ass whooped. She had her chance to win, and she definitely did have her chance to win. You just sit there and say she had her chance to win. Now you looking wise and otherwise because I say she got a chance to win.
Right? What's a girl name? Maya. She gave it to her. She was hooping all night.
Well, and what you said in the text message, what people do when they play against the GOAT? Don't they best game come out against the
Yes.
All right then. So you
it's more dangerous.
Next topic, bro.
Shout out Serena though. Yeah. I love Serena. I'm just being critical. I'm saying the stuff that y'all don't want to say. I'm being real.
Hey, bro. I for sure don't want her to play if she's getting whooped. But if she's competing, hey, keep competing and do your job or do good. You know what I'm saying? And win. Yes, that's the goal. That's obviously the ultimate goal. Speaking of just winning, and that's obviously the ultimate goal. I think we should skip ahead to the 2026 FIFA World Cup, man. Hey, check this out. I know, y'all boys. Hey, y'all may not be familiar or watching it, but I've been enjoying the World Cup personally. USA definitely has surprised me. They won the group stage. They had some really good matches. First off against Paraguay, and the second one against Turkey. No, the second one wasn't against Turkey. The second one was against Australia, and then they lost their last one against Turkey. But they got a important matchup against Bosnia Herzegovina coming up on Wednesday, man. I think they've definitely been putting on for the USA, man. So hopefully they can win that game. But other than that, it's been a bunch of great FIFA World Cup games. Notably, the Paraguay game last night went into extras, went into PKs, man. It was definitely a good game. But what have y'all thought about the World Cup so far? Have y'all enjoyed?
Yeah, I ain't really got into it until the knockout rounds, and I was watching a lot of it yesterday, and they had some great games. Germany lost, and there was controversy about a rule about the goalie getting touched or something like that. Or the goalie was it was something with the goalie, and it caused a lot of controversy with the Germany game. They was out. Brazil was on the edge of getting knocked out by Japan, I want to say. Was it Japan?
Yes.
So, yeah, it was Japan. And then the Netherlands and Morocco had a great nightcap, man. The dude from Morocco hit a header in the 90th minute that also cashed out my bet, so I'm happy about that. And yeah, bro. But it's just been a good World Cup, man. I'm interested to see what the United States do on Wednesday night. That's where my ultimate interest lies. Because we haven't been that great in knockout rounds, and I think this is our best chance that we had in a while, especially playing on American soil. So I'm excited about that.
For sure. Okay, I guess our other resident hosts don't have any thoughts on this. Well, so I'll add more to it. I will say this: definitely Flo Balogun has been stepping up, and then. Christian Pulisic, he is definitely working his way back in that Paraguay game, but I think he's gonna be the X factor in the game on Wednesday.
All right, so it's time for the best part of the show. I know it's been a minute, but this is called the Black Spotlight, where we give a black spotlight to our black people. But today we're gonna start off with Brax. Who you got, Brax?
So this week for my Black Spotlight, it's pretty much a somber one, but my Black Spotlight for this week is Chris Johnson, also known as CJ2K. We found out some shocking news yesterday that he has been diagnosed with ALS, and it is moving at a rapid pace. I mean, he said just like a year ago, he was, moving around with his kids and, moving just fine. And we seen in the videos and stuff, he was having they had a voice speech thing for him because he couldn't even communicate. He's not really moving that much. He don't even really look like the same person. And feel like it's crazy, just it show how precious life is, because you could just be on the top of the top, highs of highs, doing great things, and then just out of nowhere something like that could happen. So man, shout out to him. And he definitely was a great player. 2,000 yards in one season, man. He's one of them ones. Yeah, man. So shout out to him. And definitely praying for him and his family. I see his, his wife is sticking by his side. That's the stuff you want to see. And hopefully, we can get more, cures and stuff for something like this. But yeah.
Yeah, man, it's just crazy. I just want to send my support out to him, bro, because ever since yesterday, I just been thinking about that disease, and I seen somebody on Twitter say, having that is like a horror movie where you trapped in your own body. You know what I'm saying? Because his mind's still sharp, but he can't do anything physically, and it's just sad to see, bro. See that happen to one of the game's, stars, bro, because he was a star when he was on that field, and it's just sad, man. And I hope that we one day can find a cure for this, because the way it's taking over people's lives and people's bodies. It was a rare disease, but you see more and more people start to get it now, man. It's just sad. But in a positive note, man, my black spotlight for this week is none other than New Orleans' own Rob Kazi, man. Rob started out as an Instagram comedian, a social media comedian, man, and I've been following him on Instagram for a very long time, and just to see his rise, and for him to be on the stage at the BET Awards with that skit with Drewski, man, that was amazing to see. And I always like to see Louisiana guys get put on a big stage, because that just goes to show that even though we're from Louisiana, one of the smallest states in the country, man, we can make it to big things. And so I was excited to see that, and I just wish that he has continued success going forward, man, because that was great to see.
Most definitely was great to see, man. And yeah, and going on my black spotlight, John already kind of spoiled it, but BET Awards was a movie. They brought the BET Awards back to life, like, because when we growing up, everybody used to get around and just gather around for the BET Awards. So Sunday it gave that kind of feel to it. So definitely was happy to see that. And Drewski was a huge part of that, and that's my black spotlight for today. Drewski, if you don't know him, then go get to learn him. He is a comedian, a stand-up, could have been records. He's worldwide, man. So shout out Drewski. Keep doing what you're doing, man. You giving the comedy world a new look on comedy, by going to all these different places and giving people a chance to come out there and show their talents and just have fun with it. So Drewski is definitely 1-on-1. We ain't never seen nobody do it than the way he does it. So he came. I think he started from IG too. So just seeing how big he became it's been crazy. So yeah, shout out to Drewski, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep everything could have been everything doing movies. Shout out to Kevin Hart, for just passing the torch and giving to him and guys like Desi Banks and Country Wayne, them type of guys. So shout out to them boys and shout out to all our black spotlights. So we'll wrap it up like that. So.
Yes, sir, man. Great show today, fellas. We had a lot to discuss, and we got it done in a reasonable time. So I'm happy about that. Appreciate y'all for always sticking around, locking in with us. It's been a while. And I ain't gonna make no promises that we're gonna be back next week. You know what I'm saying? But because it's kind of the dead period in the sports world. But it was good to hop on with my guys and talk ball one more time for this summer, man. Appreciate y'all once again for watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram, the podcast page, as well as our individual pages down there on the Ticker, man. And until next time, y'all have a great 4th of July. Y'all always keep it locked right here to the Welcome to the World Sports Podcast. And y'all be blessed, man.
Amen.